Okay, we're going to go live here pretty quick. We're going to go live here pretty quick. Welcome, Minneapolis junior, senior high school fans, to Halstead, Kansas, the Adolph Rupp court here at Adolph at high school, Halstead High School. Dale Leach, Scott Oshman, and Mike Perry here to bring you tonight's game of the Minneapolis Lions taking on the Winfield. I forgot to look at what their mascot was, Scott.
The Winfield Vikings.
Vikings, yes, that's right. Tonight in the quarterfinals of this 51st annual Adolph Rupp tournament that's been going continuously since 1970. This is Minneapolis' fourth year in the tournament. We've had 3 sixth-place finishes with an overall record of 3 wins, 6 losses. We are the smallest 3A squad represented in the tournament. It's split up between 4A and 3A, 2A squads. There's 3 4A squads: Rose Hill, Winfield, who we're playing tonight, and Andale. Winfield is the largest school of all with 631 students. The 3A squads are Halstead, Haven, and Minneapolis, and Trny. Minneapolis is the smallest 3A squad with 175. Garden Plain is the only 2A school with 168, so we're just about 7 students larger than Garden Plain. Well, Winfield is the largest school here. Winfield is the number 7 seed overall. Minneapolis is the number 2 seed with a 7-1 record. And that 2 seed was compliments of a coin toss, from what I understand. Trny is the other. Well, they were 6-1 both when the determinations were made. Winfield has not played any 3A or 2A squads. They have played 7 4A schools and 1 5A school. They have a 1-7 record overall. Most of their games have been 10 points or less. They did lose at McPherson by 4 points in overtime. And then they lost by 19 and 20 at Circle and Bueller in the last week.
That's some Ark Valley Chisholm Trail teams that are just tough league, that Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League.
Yep.
Don't want to overlook their record by any means.
Not at all. Minneapolis is the number 2 seed with the 7-1 record. Minneapolis has played 1A school, 5 2A schools, and 2 3A schools. So this will be our first 4A. But we have another one coming up not too long a time in Abilene. The Winfield boys scoring averages, the average giving up 64.9. Minneapolis averages giving up 41.4. Winfield averages 56 points scored. Minneapolis has been scavenging 63.5 scored. So we're at a 22 plus 1 clip. They are at a minus 8.9. This is the 3rd game in the series. Minneapolis leads it 2-0. We've won both games by an average of 5 points a game. So there's not been any runaways by any means in playing this school. I just telling Scott on the way coming down that just in my memory, for 4A squads, Winfield, out of them, especially the ones that are here in the tournament, has appeared the least, to have the least 4A quote-unquote type athletes, but we don't know about what this year will bring about. The fact that they play that many close games against 4A competition tells me that they're going to be fairly stalwart to play against.
They've got a couple players, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Don't know what they look like as far as one's a sophomore, a junior, and two juniors. So they have a little bit of size, not a dominant size that you sometimes think of in a 4A school. Just in looking at some of the others, Mike was telling me, I think Garden Plain had, of course, Garden Plain's a 2A, but one of the schools Mike was telling me had like 5 kids above 6'2". So
yeah, Garden Plain has 6'5" and 6'6" seniors. Class 2A school.
Yeah, 2A school. So you just never know. You got to come in here and take care of business. Now we have seen Winfield. I don't believe we've seen them in the first round ever.
It's the first time.
First time. So it'll be interesting to see how we come out, what we do, and try to take care of business. Minneapolis is the higher seed, so they're in their home white. Not sure what Winfield will. I can't remember what they look like, so we'll have that here in a second. I believe blue. Yeah,
blue shorts.
Blue. So Minneapolis and Winfield about 2 minutes and 48 seconds away from the tip, or the start, I should say.
We'll go ahead and tell you who made the tournament team for Minneapolis, and we'll flip open to that. Senior Brody Vance, number 0. Senior Nolan White, number 3. Senior Trent Meckel, number 5. Senior John Nelson, number 12. Freshman Mr. Smith, number 21. Senior Daniel Watson, number 22. Junior Colby Rice, number 23. Junior Jonathan Lowe, number 24. Senior Spencer Davidson, number 30. Junior Riker Nelson, number 51. And Junior Dylan Cosart, number 55. So we have one underclassman that made the tournament squad. All the rest of them are upperclassmen.
And that one underclassman will start tonight, and he's done very well the last few nights in that starting role for the Lions. Each new stage is an experience for him, and he'll continue to grow.
What I've seen, he's earned the spot there. He's been playing well off the bench and giving the team quite a lift at times. So he's played well. Mr. Smith will be on the floor. It looks like he'll start tonight for Coach Darrow.
They have an annual free throw and 3-point shooting contest every year. And Minneapolis was in that before the start of this game. Trent Meckel was in the 3-point shooters. And Nolan White was in the free throw shooting contest. I didn't get the numbers on either one of them, but
those seem to do pretty good.
If either of them placed well enough, they'll be in the finals, which is before the final.
We think
Saturday.
We think Nolan missed just 2 free throws, and
that's pretty good.
So Trent, I don't know exactly how many.
He missed more 3-pointers than that.
So, so it looks like we will have the national anthem here. So we will take a quick break for that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of USD 440 Halstead Bentley, Halstead High School, and to this, the Adolph Rupp Tournament, now in its 51st year. Our opening game tonight brings together from the NCAA, the Minneapolis Lions, and representing the APCTL, the Winfield Vikings. Minneapolis is the second seed and will serve as the home team tonight. Winfield is the seventh seed and will be visitor. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise to honor America with our national anthem.
Welcome back to Halstead High School as we get ready for the starting lineups for both squads. As the Minneapolis Lions and the Winfield Vikings get ready to do action.
For the evening, beginning with the visiting Vikings.
For the Vikings.
Starting for Winfield, a 5'10" senior. Number 10.
Number 10, a 5'10" senior, Aiden Harper.
A 5'10" junior.
A 5'10" junior, number 12, Riley Yingling.
A 6' junior, number 21.
Number 21, a 6' junior, Armin Acosta.
A 5'9" senior, number 23.
Number 23, a 5'9" senior, Trent Beckwith.
And a 6'2" junior, number 33.
And number 33, Kyan Tolles, a 6'2" junior. And that's your starting lineups for Winfield.
And your starting lineup for the home Minneapolis
For the Minneapolis Lions.
A 6'2" senior.
6'2" senior, Nolan White. Number 5, a 5'10" senior, Trent Meckel.
Trent Meckel.
Number 21, a 6'3" freshman, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Number 30, a 6'2" senior, Spencer Davidson. And a 5'8" junior, number 51, Riker Nelson.
This game is being played according to the rules.
The starting lineup has kind of been pretty fluid throughout the season, but these five have kind of been there in the last 3 games or so. Is the starting 5, if my memory serves me correct. Yep, you're right.
Thank you, and good luck to both teams.
You know, and I think that's what you're trying to look for. You get to this point to find out who's going to step in, who's going to gel, who's going to play well. And these 5 seem to have been doing pretty well. So Halstead will have the ball to start as the visiting team gets the ball. So they will inbounds and start it in the hands of Beckwith. Beckwith immediately drives, kicks it over to Harper. Harper gets down low. They get a cutter driving in, and that's Kyan Tolles, and with the bucket, Halstead has the early lead. Spencer Davidson goes down to Mr. Smith in the paint, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Harper. Harper will bring it out. They immediately go back to Coles, and that's stolen away by, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Minneapolis. And
sorry about that.
and immediately we'll go back to Halstead.
That's okay.
I thought the crowd was yelling. I didn't realize it was you, Mike. So,
Thank you.
Winfield with the basketball as they get it into the hands of Yingling, and he kicks it back out into Acosta. Acosta at the top of the key, picked up by Nelson. Ball goes down low, kicks it down low, and there's a walk, no call, and he gets it in the basket. Winfield on top by 4. Riker Nelson with the basketball. Back to Trent Meckel. Meckel down to Mr. Smith in the paint. Can't get it to fall. And that's going to be Winfield basketball back the other direction. And a near layup rebounded by Smith. Kicks it back out to Meckel. Meckel, it's a physical ball game to start with, and Meckel takes it in and lays it in. A lot of bumping and shoving going on down low. 4-2 Winfield with the early lead.
They're a little bulkier than we are.
Yingling kicks it back out to the top. It goes to Tolles. Tolles back to Yingling. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Minneapolis into the hands of White. Nolan with the basketball. Gets it back to Mr. Smith. He'll take the 3. And
air ball,
yeah. Back it goes. And that's going to be a foul on Meckel.
He calls that a 2-shot foul.
So foul, Trent Meckel, his first. First shot is up and good. As number 21, Armand Acosta gets a free throw. Checking in for Minneapolis, John Nelson and Brody Vance as Mr. Smith and Riker Nelson come out. Second free throw is up, and it's back rim on no good. Rebounded by Davidson. Spencer with the basketball. Spencer will bring it up. Kicks it back out to Nolan White. Nolan on the outside. Gets to Brody. Brody off the mark. And that's going to be picked up by Winfield. Winfield back the other direction. Nice ball movement. Wow. Nice ball movement by Winfield as they fluently bring the ball down and get it into the low block and pass the ball around nicely. They've got the early lead 7-2. 5:37 left to go in the first. Spencer Davidson whistled with the foul as they will go to the line for the and 1. Shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by Vance. Back to Nolan White. Nolan will bring it down to set it up. Nolan with the basketball at the free throw line. Kicks back out to John Nelson. Picks up his dribble down to Brody Vance in the paint. And a lot of hustle down there. Nolan for 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by number 10, Harper for Winfield. And picked up by Brody Vance. Brody back to Trent Meckel. Ball goes back to John Nelson. John back out to Nolan White for another 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Vance. Saved. Nice job by Brody into Nolan White for the finish. Great job by Brody Vance. 7-4. Lions trail by 3. Harper with the basketball. High screen. Gets it back over to Yingling. Yingling will set it up. He's guarded by Nolan White. Gets it back over to the left-hand side to Beckwith. Beckwith back to Acosta as they will move the ball around. Good hustle there by Minneapolis. And there's a foul right there by Acosta. Great job by Nolan White as well as John Nelson. Checking in for Winfield will be number 22, 5'9", junior Cameron Moore. As they bring it back. Ball in the hands of Meckel. Meckel at the top of the key, rolls the left-hand side. Gets it down to Spencer Davidson in the paint. Gets that to Brody Vance. And that's...
We turn it over.
Turn it over, yep. 7-4. Minneapolis struggling to get some movement here. 4:05 mark here in the first quarter. Yingling with the basketball. Ball goes over the left-hand side to Acosta. Acosta guarded by Brody Vance. And a turnover. Travel is a call. Nice job by Brody. Slid his feet nicely on that. Forces the turnover. Will go back to Minneapolis. Meckel with the basketball. Gets it back to Brody Vance. Into Nolan White. And there's going to be a foul down low. Nice job by Brody and Nolan there. Meckel lost his feet at the top, but he held it up nicely. Foul on Yingling.
Foul charge to Riley Yingling and the Vikings. This is
Second personal on him. Nolan at the line. Free throw is up and good. Nolan was a free throw shooter, and he gets them. And he gets them both. So checking back in will be Mr. Smith and Riker Nelson as as Brody Vance and John Nelson come out. Second one is up and gets them both. 7-6, Minneapolis back to within 1, 3:41. Ball in the hands of Harper. Harper guarded by Riker Nelson. Ball moving around, three-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Mr. Smith. Kicks it back out to Riker Nelson. Riker gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan back to tipped away, and that's going to come down back the other direction. And they get the breakaway layup coming in. 9-6, Winfield with the lead. Nolan White back to Spencer Davidson, into Mr. Smith. Up and good. Nice job by Mr. in the paint. Gets it to lay in, 9-8. Riker guarding Harper at the top. There should be, So kept alive by Moore for Winfield. Harper with the basketball. Stolen away by Spencer Davidson and the foul. Nice job by Spencer. They called that one on Harper as he was being mugged underneath. Checking in will be John Nelson, thank you, as Trent Meckel will take a breather. And they're going to pick up a little bit of a press. John Nelson back to Nelson. And we're going to turn the ball over again, back the other direction. They are a scrappy team. And a travel right there. So force a turnover. It's the second one down. Nice job by the Lions on the defense. One thing, Mike, and noticing how scrappy they are with their hands. A good hand check.
They are. We're not making the pass. We're doing a lot of dribbling, and they're picking our pocket. They're very fast, quick hands, and we continue to not see the open man. There's a nice shot.
Nice shot by Nolan White as Nolan takes it right to the free throw line and puts it in. Lions had their first lead 10-9. 1:48 left to go here in the first. Harper with the basketball for Winfield. Riker Nelson with the defense. Gets it back to Moore. Moore back to Beckwith. Beckwith open there from the corner. Takes a shot. No good. Rebounded by Nolan White. Nolan back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer takes a shot. Up. No good. And there's going to be a foul. And just undercut him on that. Nice job by
Harper and Yingling both with two fouls.
Both with two fouls. So checking in is a Lance Austin, 5'6" junior for the Vikings. Minneapolis to inbounds here. 10-9 with the lead. And nice inlet pass and nice finish by Mr. Smith as he gets the finish underneath. 12-9. That's what you like to see on a nice little inbounds play.
Yeah, the defense went with Davidson on that and Mr. Smith on the backside. And really nice up off the basket shot.
Stolen away again by Nolan White. Back the other direction. Nolan pulls it back. Swing pass all the way over to Meckel for a deep three. And it's good. Nice job, Trent Meckel, as he drains a deep three. NBA range deep three. Nice job. 15-9. Lions on top. 47 seconds left here in the quarter. Ball into the hands of Moore. And another steal by the Lions. This one, John Nelson. And rebounded by Meckel. And he'll get fouled. Nice job by Meckel to get the rebound. He followed nicely. And he'll go to the line as the foul. Moore with the foul. Checking, getting ready to check in will be a few new faces for the Lions here. Meckel will have 2. First one is up and in and out. Brody Vance, Kobe Rice, and Daniel Watson checking in for the Lions as Davidson, Smith, and White take a breather. Second free throw is up, and it is good as he gets that one to fall. Now, Mr. Purdy checking in. Julian Washington for Winfield checks in. 16-9, Lions with the lead. Austin with the basketball. And another steal by the Lions. Oh, yeah, I agree. Sorry, Brody.
You need to make the pass.
Yeah. Thought about it the last second and pulled it back in, and we turned the ball over.
Well, your bigs don't bring the ball up the court. You got to turn it loose.
Winfield inbounds underneath their own bucket. To get it in. Back to the outside. Gets it to Austin. Austin with 15 seconds left. Gets it down low and stolen away by Daniel Watson. Watson back to Meckel. 8 seconds left. Meckel up to Brody Vance. Brody into, Daniel just off the mark. So checking in will be Jonathan Lowe as he checks in. And they do get the three-point shot off, and it's good. Wow. How in the world? So 34, Trey Thiel drops a deep three off the bench, and that's got to frustrate the living daylights out of the coach. 16-12 is your score at the end of one. We'll take a real quick breather. You're listening to SteelLinkTV.com as well as Minneapolis tape delayed on Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back.
Returning to the lineup at the beginning of the second quarter. Number 3, Noah White. Number 5, Trent Meckel. 21, Mr. Smith. 30, Spencer Davidson. And 51, Riker Nelson.
Welcome back to Halstead High School as the Minneapolis Lions have the lead 16-12 at the end of one as they have the ball down to Spencer Davidson. Back to Nolan White for 3, and he gets it. Nice job as Minneapolis increases their lead 19-12.
Yeah, we get that 3-point back right away. For Minneapolis, 5 turnovers here in the first quarter. Winfield has 6.
Rebounded by Nelson. Riker back at the other direction with the ball. Back to Mr. Smith. Smith to Spencer Davidson. Spencer can't get it. Riker Nelson with has a rebound, but then has it stripped back the other direction. Riker with a nice rebound, but just has it stripped away from him. That's a forearm shiver. Double push off. Back it goes into the hands of Moore. Moore with the basketball. Back to Austin. Austin That's a block, and it's. They'll turn the ball back over.
Number 10, Aiden Harper.
So, ball goes to Riker Nelson to set this up. Riker drives from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Spencer Davidson. And that's going to be a tie-up. And that's going to be alternating back to Winfield. That was a very quick tie-up. It was a tie-up, but I mean, that was a quick call. Spencer muscled it away. Riker with the defense there. Back it goes to Beckwith. Beckwith will drive. Three-point shot by the Vikings. Rebound and hefty air ball back to Minneapolis. Spencer Davidson with the basketball. Takes the off-balance shot and
air ball.
It will come back the other direction. And that will be foul on 21. That's Mr. Smith with the foul. Brody Vance checks in, as well as John Nelson for Riker Nelson and Mr. Smith. Winfield inbounds. Got defense. Nice job, Spencer Davidson. Spencer with great defense there. And it's good throw. Nice job by Spencer to hustle back down there. And Winfield turns it over. Great hustle by Spencer Davidson.
He stuck with it, got his hand in there the second time.
Just getting ready to bag on him, playing on the other end of the floor all by himself, and created quite a turnover. Nice job by Spencer.
Yep. Spencer Davidson into Nolan White. Nolan at the top, back in the paint. And Spencer Davidson with the turnaround gets the bucket to fall. 21-12, Lions with the lead. Harper with the basketball for the Vikings. High screen is going to be set. Harper will drive in. Gets it back over to Moore. Moore at the top. Good defense by the Lions. They kick it back out and move the ball around. Good ball movement there. Three-point shot from the corner and rebounded by Winfield. Harper will drive in. Rebounded by Minneapolis by Trent Meckel. Back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer. And Spencer cannot get the fall.
Good call there.
And that'll be number 3, I think, on Acosta. No, first. Okay. So Acosta with his first free throw. Shot is up and good by Spencer Davidson.
Spencer shooting 60.7% at the line tonight, this year, I should say.
Second shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by, nice job by John Nelson. John back to Nolan White. Shot, he can't quite get it to fall. Back it goes the other direction. 22-12, Lions with the lead. Drive in the paint. Nice job by Towle. Pulls as he gets the bucket to fall. Back to Nolan White. Nolan back to John Nelson. John back to Nolan Spencer for 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Winfield. Vikings with the ball. Harper at the top. Good pass. Nice stolen away by Spencer Davidson. Up to Nolan White. Nolan. And, oh, wow. Noke. A lot of contact down low. Nothing called. It comes back the other direction. And three-point shot by Halstead. And another missed rebound opportunity. Winfield gets another one. I've been calling Halstead. I apologize, guys. Spencer Davidson with a great block right there. Back to John Nelson. John back to Trent Meckel. Trent. And we just cannot go. We cannot get anything to fall. So Winfield tries to Loop-de-loop-doop-de-doo, and it was not even close.
12th turnover on the Vikings.
You've got to be kidding me. Spencer Davidson and another, not Spencer, but there is fouls going everywhere and no calls, and Winfield calls a timeout. So 22-14, 3:35 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a break with them. Minneapolis on top, 22-14. Holy mackerel.
Somebody hit the board. Everybody's assuming you should lay up. We're going to take everything. Don't go and hit the board. Only hit the board. Then you got to sprint back here on defense. That's no right forward. Right for the game, right? Comes out. Keep coming. Keep walking.
Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Winfield Vikings doing battle here in the Rupp tournament here, as Minneapolis with the lead, 22-14. Winfield will have the ball when we come back right here. On the floor is Riker Nelson, Kobe Rice, Mr. Smith, Spencer Davidson, and Nolan White for the Lions. Harper with the basketball. Can't get it, rebounded by Spencer Davidson. Spencer gets it quickly up to Nolan White. Nolan gets a rebound, puts it in. Nice job by Nolan, stays fighting with it. Physical ball game tonight, guys. I mean, it is physical out there. Harper with the basketball. Ball goes back in the hands of, Mr. Smith going to be whistled with a ticky-tack over there. I was just about ready to say they've been pretty evenly matched with the fouls from a standpoint of letting them play, but then right there we get a ticky-tack on Mr. Smith. Brody Vance checks back in for Mr. Harper with the basketball. Guy by Riker Nelson. Harper gets it back on the outside. Gets it back over to Beckwith. Beckwith will drive in. Nice drive, nice finish by Beckwith. 24-14. Ball goes back to Brody Vance. Brody back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer shot up, no good. Rebounded by Winfield. Winfield now 24-16. They put that score up late. 8-point ball game. Harper drives in. Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions had the lead at the half, 31-23 against the Winfield Vikings. And scoring by the quarters, Minneapolis, actually starting out, Winfield started out, I believe, on a 5-0 run before Minneapolis scored. 4-0 run. Then we were able to get back into that with some big play. Ended up finishing the quarter 16-12. Second quarter, we outscored them 15-11. That's your score, 31-23 at the half. Mike, I'll turn it over to you for some stats, and we'll have some discussion.
Scoring at halftime, Winfield. Their big score was Kyan Tolles. He ended up with 13 points in the first half. Brent Beckwith had 4. Cameron Moore had 2, and Armin Acosta had 1. Only 4 people scored. I had them with 11 or 12 turnovers. Dale, I was 15. More generous than I was. They were 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Minneapolis from the free throw line, we were 4 of 8. And I had Minneapolis with 6 turnovers. Scoring for Minneapolis, Nolan White had had 13 points. Trent Meckel had 6. Spencer Davidson had 3. Mr. Smith had 4. John Nelson had 2, and Colby Rice with a big 3 off the bench had 3 points. Minneapolis playing fairly decent, not too many turnovers, but I think their shot selection is a lot to be desired down on the offensive end. I think they just go ahead and take a normal shot. We'd probably be 12, 15 points ahead.
Yeah, we've had some shots that were probably ill-advised.
And usually, I've noticed that coming in this year so far, we've seen quite a bit of that in the first half. And then hopefully we'll see some adjustments coming into this third quarter because you're right on the shot selection. We've had some, but we've not had very many shots in the paint. And they are physical. They are pretty good size, but doesn't seem like we've been able to get back down into the paint quite like they have against us. And they're not really that much bigger than us. I just maybe a little bit more physical. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not bigger than us. They're a lot more physical than we are.
Rebounds have 19 apiece. We've had 7 offensive rebounds. They've had 2. They've had 17 defensive rebounds. We've had 12. So they've kind of helped keep us off the boards after we've missed some of those ill-advised shots on our offensive end. But to me, the biggest factor here, other than the 3-point shots we're making in the first half, is the number of turnovers. Now, Mike has them for, I think, 12, you said?
Yeah.
I've got it for 15. Either way, that's a bunch. Mike got us down for 6, I had 4. Either way, they've got way more than we do. We had several steals and runouts for points, and that's really helped us get our lead expanded.
Yeah, they have, but they've also turned the tails on us a couple times as well. That we've not gotten back on the defensive side, or we've let them take that backside. We've gone in with help, and we've not had anybody on the backside, and they've gone in and laid it in. So their points have really come mainly in the paint.
He did. Toes down low has been spot on. I don't think he's hardly missed down the low block.
Yeah, I think they had 1 3-point make, maybe.
Yeah, right at the end of the first quarter, that 6'3" sophomore Trey Teal dropped one in. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I like how we came out with that second part of that first quarter from then on. Most of our turnovers came in that first probably 3 minutes of the first quarter, and then we settled down with the ball movement. And our defense, I like that. We just got to clean up our shots a little bit and get some intensity, keep that intensity going here for the second half.
We took our first lead with just a little under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, 10-9. Then we went on a 10-0 run there late in the first quarter before they finally hit that 3 to close out the first. Then we opened the second with a 6-0 run. No, 6-0 run before they finally scored again. So we definitely had our spurts on offense. Well, we'll be back a little bit. We'll let you hear who some of our community sponsors are to help bring you these live video broadcasts.
Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Winfield Vikings getting ready to do second half action here. Minneapolis with the lead, 31-23, as we get ready to start second half. Lions have the basketball, and they will get it into Trent Meckel. Trent with the basketball as Winfield picks up a man. Meckel back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to Nolan White for three. Off the mark, Spencer with a nice rebound. Can't get it, but Mr. Smith gets the rebound and the putback. Nice job by Mr. there. Spencer had a great rebound, just a little hard putting it in. Backside in. 33-23. Lions of the man as well. Beck with the basketball. And they will rotate around. That's going to turn the ball over as they run a little bit of motion around, but they a little bit too quick and they throw out of bounds. Minneapolis inbounds, gets it to Nolan White, back to Riker Nelson. Riker with the basketball at the top. Back to Nolan White. Nolan back to Spencer. Spencer looks at the post, has nothing. Pulls it back. In the paint, up and good. Nice job by Spencer. Works him down into about 10 foot and drops it in. 35-23. 7:02 left to go here in the third. Ball goes back to Harper. Harper will take the shot up. No good. Rebounded by. Oh, wow. Spencer Davidson hit the floor on that one. They call it off of him. It'll stay with Winfield. Winfield inbounds as they will work it in. Gets it. And they will foul. Minneapolis will pick up a foul. Trent Meckel, need another one?
I know that's your favorite one. I never can get the green one.
So, ball goes back in the hands of Harper for Winfield. Beckwith drives in, picks up his dribble, gets it back out to, thank you, with the shot. Ball in the paint, up and no good. A lot of contact, nothing. Pulls it back out, back to Winfield. Winfield back the other direction. Back's in the paint. And up and good is Harper. As one thing they will give them a little credit on, and is that they work the paint very well. Winfield does. Let's see, fouls called on Tolles. He hit the floor really hard against Spencer. That's a big body going against a pretty good size body. So, and he will hobble off. So
Don't mess with our tight end, buddy.
ball goes into Nolan White to set this up. Nolan at the top. And drives in. Nice. And Mike, how in the world you have that much contact on a layup?
You should have the iron one right there.
Yeah, nice job by Nolan. Has a lot of contact going in. He puts it in. 37-25. I know I'm a homer, and I know I'm calling for the home team, but nice job of the Lions. There should be a 5. Nope. And they pull back out. Harper with the basketball into, and another nice job in the paint. Trey Teal with the bucket in the paint. One thing they have been nice about is in the paint. Now that one does go. Spencer Davidson with the left-hand side goes right between the defenders. They had their back turned. Spencer saw it and took it right in. Nice job, Spencer Davidson. 39-27, chance to do the N1. Mr. Smith and Riker Nelson come out as John Nelson and Brody Vance come in. Shot is up and off the mark for the senior, Spencer Davidson. Ball back to Halstead. Harper for 3. Off the mark and rebounded by Spencer Davidson. Nice rebound by Spencer. Back the other direction. Spencer back to Trent Meckel, top of the key. Up, no good. Brody Vance, nice rebound. Oh, Brody, take the darn thing. Nolan White in the paint. Nice job. Brody does find Nolan cutting in for the bucket, but Brody had a look right there.
He turned the right way because he was all around.
Nice job. Brody. Spencer Davidson takes the charge, and Yingling not a small guy either. So picks up a foul. His third. Gets it into John Nelson. Back to Nolan White. Nolan gets it across the timeline. Gets it back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Harper. Back the other direction it goes. Oh my goodness. Nolan White with a beautiful block. Back the other direction. John Nelson can't get it to fall, but Brody Vance with the rebound. Spencer Davidson with the put back, and he gets it in. Nice job, Spencer Davidson. Guys, that block by Nolan White at the other end, phenomenal. Phenomenal block.
I thought they might call goaltending. They got in the net, and usually they do call goaltending on that.
30-second call, a timeout called by Winfield. Great hustle down here on this end. Lot of contact, guys. A lot of contact. We'll take a quick break. 43-27 Lions with the lead.
Well, I know you're a little skeptical, but the lady referee has kind of come out of her shell. She's made some spot-on calls here in the second half.
Yeah, she has. She's done a nice job. I was a little, before the game started, I questioned a few things, but she's done a nice job. Yingling with the basketball for Winfield. Back to Harper. Minneapolis, Daniel Watson in. Also, Colby Rice checks in for the Lions. In the paint, no good. And rebound by Mr. Smith. Back to Nolan White. Nolan back to Nelson. Back to Colby Rice. Very nice job. Colby Rice hits another three from the outside. Nice job by Colby Rice.
He's a spot-up shooter. If you can leave him all alone like that, he can knock him down.
Yeah. Nice job. Colby has his second one of the night. So Yingling will drive in. Kicks it back out. Gets it. And stolen away by Minneapolis. Mr. Smith. Daniel Watson with the steal back to Mr. Daniel. And that's going to off the feet of Winfield to be Minneapolis basketball.
Kick save.
46-27, Lions extend their lead. Checking back in will be Trent Meckel and Spencer Davidson for Nolan White and Mr. Smith. So on the floor with them is Colby Rice, Daniel Watson, and John Nelson on the floor right now. Looks at it, nothing. Gets it into Daniel in the paint, back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to Meckel. Meckel to set this play up. Meckel on the outside, back to Spencer at the top of the key. And Spencer will go in, and he'll get fouled and go to the line. Spencer hits the floor pretty hard.
Spencer's finding out that maple floor is a little tough. He's hit it several times tonight.
First personal by Teal.
If we can get Spencer to break the ice here on the free throws.
And he does. Nice job.
I didn't want to say anything else about a shooting percentage here on free throws.
Please don't.
Scott did after me.
Well, you know, you speak the obvious, Dale. So, second free throw.
20-point advantage
is out. Nice job. He gets them both. Nice job by Spencer Davidson.
Gosh, how did we get to a 20-point lead?
They've only scored 3 scores. We scored 9. And we forced the turnover. Or did they?
And they've committed 4 turnovers to our 9.
Yeah, and they turned the ball over again. So Minneapolis has the ball underneath their own bucket right here. into Spencer Davidson in the paint. And good. Nice job. Nice job by Spencer. Back the other direction it goes into the hands of Yingling. Yingling. Oh, nice pass. In the paint, up and good by Teal. Like I said, Mike, their strength is in the paint. Yeah. We don't have a shot chart that shows where they score from, but definitely Spencer Davidson, nice spin move, and Spencer's slowly creeping up the point total with some big points here in the second half. Yingling, drive, no good, rebound by Riker Nelson. Riker back to Trent Meckel. Daniel Watson, up and good. Nice job by Minneapolis. Daniel Watson gets his first points of the night. 54-29. Brody Vance getting ready to come in. Minneapolis come out with a strong third quarter. Wow. Ball into the hands of Harper. Harper will drive. Gets it back out. Stolen away by Minneapolis in the hands of Spencer Davidson. Nice job by both Meckel and Nelson. Spencer at the top. Back it goes to Meckel for three. In and out. And Daniel Watson with the great rebound. Nice job, Daniel, as he fights hard down low. He did a great job of that last year, and he did a nice job right there.
Good position right there, and he was able to spin, put it right in off the glass.
Corey Rice and Mr. Smith getting ready to check in as well as. And a block by Spencer Davidson, as also getting a fresh five coming in from Minneapolis, as Kozart comes in for the first time. Brody Vance, Norman White, Colby Rice, and Mr. Smith. 56-29. 1:15 left to go here in the quarter. And foul call on Kozart with the Kozart. There must have been some contact down there that we didn't see, Mike. So, ball goes into the hands of Washington. Washington, deep three by Halstead off the mark, and they get their own rebound as Yingling. Nice pass, and a block by Kozart.
Kozart with a nice block.
Cody Rice back out to down paint, down low. Brody Vance to Mr. Smith finishes nicely down in the paint. Minneapolis extends the lead 58-29.
When you got your defender on your hip, he's got good footwork going to the glass. Nice shot.
And Brody had a nice pass as well. Oh, and the shot is up and good, and the basket counts. Foul is on Mr. Smith. And they call that on, Mr. Smith, So, his third. Daniel Watson coming in as he comes in for Mr. Getting a little correction here. Free throw. And one is up and no good. Dylan within the lane, I guess. Wilson with the hold. I'm not seeing that one, but free throw was no good. Foul's called on Kozart. Winfield will keep it in inbounds. Nice, and they just throw it away. Nice job by Minneapolis to defend the inbounds. And Winfield will pick up the press. 30 seconds left, 58-31. Watson inbounds. Gets a Norman White. And Cody Rice.
Yeah, you got a foul.
Yeah. Foul's called on Lance Austin. His first personal. 25 seconds left, 31. Watson inbounds. Gets it to Brody Vance in the paint. That's backed in, and they get Washington as Vance had him back down in there. So all of a sudden they start calling some fouls, guys. They didn't get their quota in the first half, so they had to pick some up. So Ball goes to Vance. Yes, it does. And there's another foul as Nolan White goes the line. He'll go in for 2.
That's probably just a football, not basketball.
It must be. Well, I don't have a penalty flag to throw here, so. Free throw is up and good by senior Nolan White. As he drops one in, Riker Nelson checks in for Brody Vance. Second one. Shot is up and misses that one. Rebounded by Winfield. Union with the ball, gets it back. And that's going to be a turnover back to Minneapolis.
The turnover parade continues for Winfield. They got 7, we has 1 this quarter.
Minneapolis, Nolan White. Yeah. Gets up in the air and doesn't have anyone to pass it to. And
I've got 2.
Yep. 2 this quarter.
Jonathan Lowe checking in for Nolan White. So, ball in the hands of Yingling, and he drives it down. 3-point shot up and good. Deep 3. Maybe a couple of those right at the end of the quarter. First quarter and this quarter, so it brings it within 25, 59-34. Nice third quarter, though, for the Lions, as they extend their lead 59-34. We'll take a real quick break, and we'll be back. You're listening to Minneapolis High School Basketball on CityLinkTV.com, as well as tape delayed Channel 20 Eagle Communications.
What are you interested in?
Oh, I was just looking at, see how those are quiet.
White has 18. White has 18.
Number 3, Nolan White. Number 5, Trent Michael. Number 12.
Welcome back to Hall State, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions and the Winfield Vikings doing battle, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Lions on top 59-34, and Winfield has the ball. Winfield drives. Yingling goes all the way in and up and good. And they have they've just done a nice job of that. Winfield has to get in the paint against us and get some scores. Nolan White with the basketball. High screen set. Drives in. Nice job, Nolan. Sees it, takes it all the way in, puts it in off the glass. I think, Mike, you said now he's got 20?
Yep.
Nolan White with 20 points. And Mr. Smith anticipates that greatly. Nice drive and the put foul. Nice job by Mr. as he takes it in, lays it in, and he gets fouled. And he'll go to the line for the and one. Nice job by Mr. We've had a couple of those anticipation steals, one by Mr. The other one, I think, by John Nelson, where they just read the defense perfectly. And he gets the steal and goes the other direction. And one is up, and it's short. Rebounded by Winfield. Ball goes to, nice job. Out to Tolles. Tolles back to Yingling. And he misses it. And
Wasn't that a foul? Jeez.
Out of bounds as John Nelson hits the floor. Minneapolis will have it as 53-36. 7:05. Gets it into Nolan. Nolan back to Trent Meckel. Trent. Nice pass, nice finish. Great job by Trent Meckel to see Spencer Davidson know he's coming. Tips it off to Spencer. Spencer finishes nicely. I think he's got 17. Nice job by Spencer. Great pass, and there's going to be a shove, but it's going to be against Minneapolis. So Trent Meckel whistled with the foul. 6:43, 65 to 36.
Shooting for the Vikings, number 33, Kyle Tolles.
Shot is up and good by Tolles as he gets first one to fall. Have another one coming here. Second one is up. Can't get that one, but they get the rebound, and the putback is Teal. Teal nicely with the putback. Trent Meckel takes it all the way in. Nice job, Trent Meckel. They gave it to him. Trent with the burst of speed right about the spike line, and actually the corner of it, and takes it all the way in. Nice job. 3-point shot off the mark and gets his own rebound. And ball's going to whistle on Trent Meckel, I believe. Oh, no. Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on Teal as he cleared him out. So checking in is Brody Vance as Mr. Smith comes out.
He shoved Meckel right out of bounds.
And that'll be 1-1.
Harper and 23, Trent Becker.
So Trent Meckel will go to the line to shoot a 1-1.
Shooting for the line to the 5, Trent Becker.
Trent at the line. Shot is up, and it's no good.
Great effort there, Brody.
Brody with some good effort right there. So checking in for Minneapolis is Riker Nelson as he checks in for John Nelson. 6:15 left to go in the ball game. 67-39. Ball picked up. Drives, kicks it back out. As they will work the ball in. Pulls it back out. Harper on the outside for Winfield. Back to Beckwith. Back to Austin. Austin, 3-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by Davidson. Back to Meckel. Oh, great job by Meckel into Nolan White. And he can't get it. Tipped out of bounds.
Nice clean block.
Yep. Good ball movement by the Lions. Spencer Davidson into Nolan White. Nolan takes a shot, up and good. Nolan lays one in.
30-point lead. Should be running clock from here on.
Well, I don't know if they have that here. Do they have that rule?
That's a Kaiser rule.
Oh, it is? I did not know that. Yeah, so. Ball goes back in the hands of Harper. Harper back to Austin. Austin back to Tolles. Tolles, oh, great pass. Oh, Spencer Davidson with the block and the steal. Gets it back the other direction. Nice job by Spencer. 3-point shot by Meckel. In and out, no good. Brody Vance, and he will go in. Brody with a great rebound, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul charge number 33, Kyle Tolles, the Vikings, his third personal. At the line, number.
So Brody Vance at the line. Shoot 2 here. Shot is up and gets the first one to fall. Nice job. Checking in will be Jonathan Lowe, Daniel Watson, Colby Rice, and Dylan Cozart for the Lions. Stays on the floor with him is Brody Vance. 70-39. Second shot is up, and he makes them both. Nice job, Brody Vance.
Brody, 40% free throw shooter. They have 100% there.
Thanks for waiting until after he shot, Bill.
Thought I would.
Harper drives in, shot off the glass and good.
Scoring for Vikings number 10, Ace Harper.
And a steal away. Nice job by the steal by
33, Kyle Tolles.
Tolles. Back the direction it goes to Dylan Cozart. Great pass and finish. Good job. Brody Vance With the great pass by Dylan Kozart. Dylan had a great job by Dylan to catch that ball in the air and pass that to Brody. Brody finishes and gets fouled. And Brody will have a chance for the and one here. Shot is up and can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Winfield. 73 to 43. Back it goes in the hands of Tolles. Tolles back with stolen away into the hands of Kozart. Back to Colby Rice. Colby back to Brody. Brody. Jonathan Lowe back to Brody Vance from the elbow. Up and good. Nice job, Brody. Brody's got to have about 8 points or so. Getting close to double figures, he's got to be. Ball goes back into the hands of Harper. Harper, 3-point shot by Winfield, up and good, is number 23, Beckwith. And that's going to be a steal, a near steal. So, one of the things that coaches talk about all the time is go to the ball. And we did not on that one, fortunately. Fortunately, we get to keep it because a lot of collision there. Daniel Watson inbounds. Well, she's got Dylan's number. I think that's number 3 on Dylan. So Dylan whistled with the moving screen. So I didn't realize they were moving on that. So, 75 to 46, 155. As Dale said, a running clock.
She's got his number.
Beckwith with the basketball. Back to Beckwith for 3. Rebounded by Brody Vance up to Colby Rice. What a recovery. Nice job, Daniel. Back the other direction it goes. And they get the rebound. Fouls on the floor. Fouls on Brody Vance.
Foul charge to 0, Minneapolis, Brody.
First personal for Brody. Shot is up and good by Acosta. 75-47. Under a minute. Second shot is up, and he gets them both. It's Daniel Watson.
It's running.
Couldn't get that one off his hip, could he?
Turnover at the half court. Brody just couldn't quite get it to go. 75-48. Ball goes on the outside as they move the ball around. Beckwith. Backside. Teal. Oh, great pass. Great finish in the paint again. And good thing we turned the ball over a lot here in the last few minutes. So they made it to within 25 points. And that's going to end it here. So Minneapolis comes away with the victory, 75-53. And they outscored us in that quarter. So nice win for Minneapolis to come away with the victory here as they outscore us in that quarter 19-16, if I've got that right. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on CityLinkTV.com, as well as Eagle Communication Tape Delay Channel 20. We'll be right back.
just didn't have the final.
Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight, 75-53 against the Winfield Vikings. And Dale, I think that's our first round win here. So congrats to the Minneapolis Lions to make it to the top side of the bracket for the first time here in the Halstead, the Rupp tournament. Excuse me.
We're in our fourth season here at the Rupp tournament.
So, scoring-wise and by quarters, Minneapolis outscored them 16-12 in the first quarter, outscored them 15-11 in the second quarter. The big quarter was the third quarter, as we outscored them 28-11 in that quarter, and in the fourth quarter, they outscored us just on some big runs at the end, 19-16. But the overall score, Minneapolis 75-53. Mike.
Well, when you put 28 on the board in the quarter, you come out of the locker room and put 28 up. Your coach has made a few changes, but the kids are ready to play, and it's glad to see that. You don't always see 28 points a quarter, and we came out and let them have it there in the second or the third quarter. That was the difference of this ball game.
Yeah.
Scoring for Winfield, Aiden Harper had 6 points. Riley Yingling had 4. Armin Acosta had 3. Cameron Moore had 5. Trent Beckwith had 9 points, all in the most of those were in the second half. Kyan Tolles had 16. He had 13 in the first half, so we kind of kept him under control in the second half. Trey Thiel, off the bench, scores 9 points for Winfield. And I was going to mention that I thought kid ought to be out on the floor a little bit more. He's substituting in. I don't think he played half the game, but he's pretty effective when he was out there.
Yeah.
Scoring for Minneapolis. Off the bench, Kobe Rice had 2 big threes. He had 6 points. Daniel Watson had 4 points. John Nelson had 2. Mr. Smith had just a pretty solid game with 10 points. Spencer Davidson had 17, 14 in the second half. Trent Meckel had 8, and Nolan Wright led all scorers here tonight with 22.
How about
Brody Vance he had 8 points. I didn't for 6. He had 8.
Yeah, I was going to say he was getting close to double figures. I thought he had to be getting close to that, but nice to get 3 in double figures again. Nolan and Spencer. Spencer had a great second half.
On the free throw line, Minneapolis was 50% at 9 out of 18. Turnovers, not too bad. They had 6 in the first half. I had 7 in the second half. And I missed a couple there at the end when the second, third stringers were in. But had a little tough time taking care of the ball. That turnover mark might have went up a couple there at the end.
Yeah, second half, the turnovers were much closer. I had them with 9, and that's 7. For the game, we had 11. They had 24. Again, that was a big factor in the game, the way they turned the ball over to us. Rebounds, we won the rebounds battle 35-30. It was even at half. We 16-11 in our favor after or in the second half. Minneapolis will play the winner of this next game, Trny, the number 3 seed, and Andale at 5:30. It's coming Friday night. A little bit about this game. This was the third game of the series between Winfield and Minneapolis. Previous win margins were by 7 and by 3 for Minneapolis. This one by 22, so definitely the most impressive victory of the 3. Our play of the game, sponsored by the River Hill Seed Company. I have 2 plays that stood out to me the most. One was a steal by Mr. Smith and a run out and scoring at the 7:20 mark or so of the fourth quarter. And the next one was about 3:40 something to go in the fourth quarter. A great feed from Dylan Kozart, the Rhodey Vance, for the lay-in. So those two are going to be players of the game, sponsored by River Hill Seed Company.
Plays of the game.
Plays of the game, yep.
Okay.
What did I say, player of the game?
Yes, you
Excuse
did.
me.
Players. He said players.
Plays of the game. Plays of the game, sponsored by.
We want to make sure that we get that out, that we didn't make that mistake.
Exactly. Thank you. After I left these off completely after the last game the guys played. Player of the game, sponsored by the Citizen State Bank and Trust. I'm going to go with Nolan White. He has 22 points. I don't know how many rebounds he had. But overall, he played a very complete game. Had some real good steals. Not only hit some threes, he got into paint, put in some nice drives, and
he rebounded well.
Rebounded well, too.
He's our second leading rebounder on the team, and he showed it here tonight.
Okay. Overall, very, very good game for Nolan White tonight. So he's our player of the game, sponsored by Citizen State Bank and Trust. I didn't forget him tonight, Scott.
I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
That will bring this game to conclusion. Again, we'll be back Friday night at 5:30 for the Lions facing the winner of this next one, which is Trny, a Class 3A squad, and Andale, Class 4A squad.
And Andale in that, they're just the records coming in that. Andale's at 2-5 and Cheney's 6-1. But folks, Andale plays one of them tough schedules out of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail. So once again, you can't look at that and say,
They took care of us last year in the opening round.
Yes, they did. So
well, with that, we're going to sign off for the night. Thanks as always for listening and having us here in your home or on the air, wherever you are. Dale Leach,
Scott Oshman,
And Mike Perry.
good night, folks.
good night.